Good morning, sexy souls. How are you all doing? Welcome to Weird and Woo Woo. I'm weird, and we all get a bit woo woo. You, by all means, can be weird with me. I love it when people wave their weird flags high. Alrighty. We're doing the weekend reading. Weekend ahead, okay? Again, there's something about needing to get this message to you this weekend, either because Spirit wants you to ponder it, think about it, have time to gestate it, digest. I don't know why I just said gestate. Okay. Anywho, or there's an event that you need to be aware of that's going to be happening this weekend, or something that starts. It may not be like a one-time thing. It may be like the initiation of something, but there's just something pertinent about this weekend. So, about you getting this message for the weekend. So, all right. Friendly reminder, you are a sovereign being and you get to determine if, how, when, where, why any of these messages might apply. My birds are returning. They cut down a tree in my front yard. And it has been, they seem to steer clear of my yard altogether as a result. But this spring, I have been seeing so many birds come back. I don't know how to explain it. And specifically out behind my, like where my desk is right here, they love to feed over here for whatever reason. And it's been really special. I have been so happy, like giddy, kind of happy. And today is feeling like a really good energy day. It is a spring equinox. So, if it's like fresh beginnings, new beginnings, the energy's lighter for whatever reason. Yeah. Sorry, I got sidetracked. Yes, don't Cinderella shit to make it fit. Forgot that little tidbit. Okay, so let me go ahead and shuffle this, but I'm really excited about my birds. They're not mine, but they're my friends. And I'm so glad they're back. I have missed them. My birds. Okay. La 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 la. There we go. Ooh, yeah. The wheel. Yes. I'm going to move my coffee. I feel like I want to move my stuff around because I like it when the light shines on my... So, a time of positive change. Something is going to move forward suddenly. And it feels like luck being on your side, so to speak. Okay. This is the lighter positive energy that I was feeling. That's definitely, and it's a 10 for somebody. 10 might be pertinent. I don't know why they're ringing. Ooh, getting some kind of information though, I'll tell you that much. There might be a bit of a change to plans, like something that, something comes to interrupt the status quo. Lots of blue. We have the King of Swords. I am being told to tell you to speak up. You need to speak up. That might be part of the... Okay. King of Swords to me is always about when we're in the realm of decision making, a very decisive, not a wishy-washy type of energy. And when he makes decisions, he acts on them as a result, right? But also I feel as if very articulate, well-spoken, great communicator, commands attention, strong presence, and confident, very, very confident. And that's the reason why he has the discernment and ability to act as soon as he makes the decision. He fucking knows. You know, he's after the Queen of Swords, who's gathered all the information, seen things from an eagle eye view, looked at it objectively, taken into account the thing, whatever it is, holistically. And that's why he feels so confident, right? But there's really something about speaking up. And there's something about speaking up, like a change. That's the change that's happening this weekend. There's a connection between, there's an uninhibited, unapologetic voice within you. And that needs to be released, is what they're saying? Okay. Okay. It's funny because initially this feels like information coming into you, but this could also be a change in how you choose to disseminate information or how you choose to speak. You initiating this process. Because it's also about, like, oh, it even says here, truth delivered without tact. Again, I was saying uninhibited. Like, there is this unapologetic and I feel as if, like, they're like the new kid on the scene is what they're giving me. The new kid on the scene. Somebody may have been developing their truth, their throat chakra, developing or enhancing their courage, but I feel like somebody's most authentic self is about to be on display and is meant to, like, your expression is taking a change, like, things are moving in a new direction with your form of expression. I feel as if they're saying that you may have approached it timidly before, because the overall energy is the King of Swords. You may have tried your hand at your form of expression. There's a sense of honing it. There's a sense of honing it. And there's just some kind of change coming. So I don't want to say that you're not somebody who speaks out, who says what they mean, who expresses themselves in whatever form. But it may not have been at your most potent. But there's something about this positive change in regards to this. Like, you may have been overlooked at times for the things that you have spoken on or communicated or expressed to people. Truths that you have articulated before or highlighted. Because I hate to say it, but it's almost too easy. Like, maybe people looked at you as if you were naive in what you were saying. And so therefore your energy and your presence reflected that. Like, you anticipated people not taking you seriously. You anticipated not being heard. So despite your best attempts, but there's just some level of confidence that's achieved, and something is transforming this weekend in regards to your truth, your voice, your communication, your presence, your articulation, your confidence with what you're saying, and how you command attention. That, I believe, is what is changing. Because this is just, a time of positive change. Things suddenly moving forward. Yeah. The moon is talking about releasing the fears that are holding you back. And Judgment card is the choice to move in a new direction. I don't know why they're doing it. They're like, the final count. I'm like, why are we? The final countdown. It's like, I want to say finally. You know how teenagers sometimes will, we all seen this, and you've probably been it too. You can see them at the theater, you can see them out somewhere, and they talk like they're just their confidence is fueled greatly by ego. And they can be loud, boisterous. You can't tell them nothing, and like they feel, it's their first baby. They're just, baby stepping it out into who they really are, kind of thing. And then life like hits them with the life stick and everything, and then hopefully humbles them just a little bit. Good Lord. I have teenagers, so I'm just saying. And then true ownership of who and what they are and what their truth is and what they're really confident about. Because, I mean, teenagers can be overly confident. Wow. About a lot of stuff. Like, they're never wrong. And I'm not saying every single teenager, but we all know teenagers. And so I feel like that's kind of like what the Page of Swords is indicating. And the King of Swords is graduating towards that. Having played at this level long enough and learning and earning the discernment. So there's a finally. There's a sense of maturity and powerful presence with what you say. Okay, and then down here, this was like all the way over here. They wanted me to leave the blues together. And we have the Three of Pentacles. And Three of Pentacles is about finally getting like recognition for high quality work. And we're putting that underneath the King of Swords. So somebody may have lacked the recognition, which we already discussed with the Page of Swords, for a period of time as they were finding their footing, their confidence, their voice. Not to say that you weren't speaking truth and that you were not, articulate in some respects and that you were not telling the truth. It's just that now just now people are going to pay attention and take notice. Anything else that you would like to bring out from this deck? They said nope. Alrighty. How is this actually going to take place? Like, what about this weekend does this? We're new era elements. Oh, seriously. I think existing as the Page of Swords, where people did not take you, they looked at you as less serious. Like you didn't have as much to offer. I get this sense of either naivety or some people will, if your presentation isn't a certain way, then they automatically discredit you, whether it be on social media with the number of people that follow you. They're like, oh, this person doesn't, or the way in which you speak. We've seen the over-the-top expressive, and if you're any quieter or if you are more reserved in how you deliver your message, or if you even like to the extent of the method, not method, like the It starts with M. Oh, for fuck's sake, come on. Modicum. Anyways, well, for instance, let me just give it to you. A lot of people will discredit and ignore tarot readers. Like, you've got to be stupid if you're doing that. When a lot of spiritual practitioners who do divination have very powerful, insightful things to say, but you are looked at as if not to be taken seriously in anything that you say. So it's kind of like that, like your modem of delivery. It could be you being your most authentic self, and as a result, a lot of neurodivergents go through this. Just something really kept you from being taken seriously, from being seen, and being seen or placed in a role of a powerhouse. But that's what's on the table to be changed. So you may have felt really defeated. Hopes of some level of longevity in regards to your expression. And again, your expression could be through forms of art. It could be through music. It could be through acting. It could be public speaking. It could be teaching. Like, you know, like your form of expression, I think took a hit as seeing it as a long-term, solid, secure future. Like, it didn't seem a part of the long-term plan or path. Like, it wasn't a viable option. And I noticed that I am saying a lot. And there's been times I've done that, but not to this fucking degree. And so I think that is reflective of the lack of confidence that somebody's had. And when I say lack of confidence, I don't think you started out that way. Maybe you were a little bit too bold and boisterous, kind of like a teenager. You have finessed over time, but I also think that you kind of shrunk a little bit because of the way others treated you. Like, it's like being in a group and having a conversation, and every time you try to speak, people speak over you. They literally, and you're just like, you start not speaking. You start holding back. You start calculating whether it's worth it. Because what's the point of speaking up or speaking out or expressing yourself if no one gives a shit? And you may have shrunk back to where your self-expression was just for you. Maybe a few other people. Maybe you have journals and journals and journals of entries, thoughts, very provoking ideas, and it's not reaching anyone. You're expressing it. You haven't stopped being that, but it's not to the degree in which I think that your voice is meant to be heard. And you love this, though. That's the whole thing. It's like, in engaging in this, you feel more yourself. And despite how other people saw you, you didn't doubt yourself. You just, again, wasn't sure if it was worth it, if it was meant to be a part of your long-term plan. If this was something that was meant to be permanently a part of your life or to be shared. But you love it. You have felt defeated, but you've stuck with it because you love it. And the fact that the 10 of Pentacles is over the 3 of Pentacles, and the 3 of Pentacles is talking about finally getting that recognition, I think that you are going to realize that this is meant to be a part of your long-term plan, your long-term path, not plan, your long-term path. Like, this is going to have longevity in your life, and that there's going to be a lot that comes from it. You're going to receive a lot from this. Okay. Anything else? And I'm feeling very like monotonish. When I get like this is usually like spirit. Like when I don't, I'm not as connected to this message in the sense of feeling the energies. And so my expression right now, I feel is like hampered and constricted a bit. But a lot of times I find that when that happens and I'm like, my message becomes very methodical, almost you know, like that it's coming straight from spirit, like source. Source is what I want to say. It's coming straight from source. So I just want to put that out there. Eight of Cups. It's meant to have a large presence in your life, whatever your form of expression and truth is, your voice. Again, but you almost walked away from this. Maybe you attempted several times, but the love you have for it kept bringing you back. It may be a sense of a lot of ups and downs for you with this. So tell us about the wheel. How is this change? Okay, well, victory. So you're going to get the recognition. How is this coming about? We have the Lovers and the Two of Cups that came out with that. A lot of people are going to feel very in alignment with you right now. A lot of people are going to share. It's like, I feel as if you get to be a more like you get to be the voice out on the platforms. When I say platforms, take it however you want to. You help to bring words and articulation to people's sentiments, what they're feeling, bring inspiration. But a lot of people are going to come in, like they're going to feel very drawn to you. And feel very in alignment with you. And you're going to see that people that didn't necessarily, they're in such a place that those that would have dismissed you before will pay attention. I hear unlikely individuals. There's something that's gone on in regards to a collective metamorphosis that is bringing people to sources, people, and other forms of expression that they've never indulged in before. And I think that this is a very meta level experience that's happening across the globe. There's a lot of changes, a very evolutionary process that's happening, and people are seeking others to align with, and I want to say in safety and understanding and community, but with a completely new lens. And this right now is the time. It feels like now's the time. This is when the path is cleared for you, when things will begin taking shape in your life, in this existence. It's not just something that's an idea or a wish or a dream. It begins to become reality. And then we have the Page of Swords again. And I think that I want to say that some of what was making people look at you as if you were either naive or your modem of delivery or whatever it is. It could be the way you formulate your music, the type of expression or the stories that you create, the way in which you teach. Like, it's very much needed. They're open to it. Like, that is actually the thing that's going to get you seen. And I feel like people are going to be attracted to this because, again, I get a sense of safety. with your approach is what I want to say. People feel comfortable, seen. And I get this, this is the nurturing that they're needing right now. Your approach, you're seen as very well-rounded in this. But there's something about feeling safe, aligning with you, coming to you, connecting with you. There's your authenticity and your sincerity is seen, felt, heard, appreciated. And there's just something, and you know what you're talking about. I think other people's defenses and walls and parameters they're stepping outside of the box. And you've already been there. And this is your rebirth. I mean, that is a whole death rebirth process, to step outside of the box. To feel as if there's no longer a box. And to go to somebody who has been existing there for quite some time, to have the encouragement and the articulation and the welcoming energy of, hey, so glad that you finally joined us. That's really important. It puts people at ease. And there's something about you, your energy, your presence, the way you deliver something that may have been looked at and I don't know, poked fun at some point. But that is the exact same thing that people will feel. There's something about you having existed here for so long. Again, graduating to the King of Air from the Page of Air, or the Page of Swords, King of Swords, is like you've existed in this for so long. You know how to be the leader, the example. You exude the confidence now in being your authentic self, in your form of expression. You are giving people permission. And it's almost an invitation. There's a higher, again, sense of security with people. And it's like, there's something about having been in this for as long as you have, that people know just the level of sincerity of it. That this is more than just surface level BS. There's a lot of truth, depth, discernment, and experience with what you express, with what you say. And there's something about bringing peace to an individual's mind, because you demystify something. Whether it's through a song or like their own emotions, their own thoughts, they feel tormented. This is it can feel to some like the world is going through a very catastrophic change. And they can't make sense of anything. And it's like they're getting locked up in their brain. And with the High Priestess, I'm feeling like you bring a different perspective, a different level of understanding and connection to that understanding. You are an invitation for them, is what it feels like. You help them to transcend the chaos, to find peace within the chaos, to get their own footing. You bring a different level of perspective. Again, you help them transcend this place of being locked up in their mind. You help them transcend any fear. And to acknowledge, understand their power, the tools that they have, what can be done, what is possible. The magician talks about what is possible. Both I feel like the high priestess tends to be a bit of a match to the magician, in a sense that they both understand the possibilities, the potentialities of things, what it takes. They see it. They can conceptualize it. So, oh. Yeah, you help them to move beyond that sense of failure into an understanding of possibilities, and see and help them to see that they do have the capacity, the tools, the ability to make this change, to be a transformation, to make this transformation in their life, to endure, not just endure, but successfully transcend. That term just keeps coming up. What is currently happening in their life? You are an exceptionally nurturing energy that helps them to feel empowered. Anything specific about this weekend though? Why is this coming out now? Because I do feel something about this timing. And I just want to get an answer to that. Like the idea of why is this coming out now? I heard you hold valuable knowledge. And your version of expression for that knowledge and understanding and perspective is the is an important piece of connecting with these individuals. You may have felt as if it was the thing that prohibited you before, but it is the thing. And there's something about your heart. I mean, the fact that you could love what you do and your method and how you express it, and when others didn't, like your unwavering love in the sight of defeat, in feeling as if you were unloved, is what is really going to help you be a voice to garner this attention. There's they're like, don't underestimate the power of the love that you have. Like, it's a testament to your capacity for love, and that people are going to pick up on that. They may not relate it to what you're doing, or, you know, but any person who's really, there's too many stories right now of people who have struggled to be seen, heard, acknowledged for their talents, and the love that they had for it, and when the time comes for them to, their day to be seen. A major piece and aspect is the love that they've had for this is what really people tap into, because people feel and experience that love through all of your ways of expression. You're connecting with them at a heart space. Anything specific about this time? We're gonna pull from the Moon Magic Oracle and then be done. I see Lucky Star. Last quarter. This is how the moon is looking right now. Out in the sky. Like right now. I can still see it down here even though it's... Moon stag. Lord have mercy. I always pull out the book for these. Sorry guys, if you don't like that, oh well. You'll be alright. Ooh, he represents regal power. And he comes to remind you that you, or to let you know that you hold a spark of divinity within you, and he wants you to tap into it. Find your power, expect good things to happen to you and for you. They are linked with abundance and prosperity and a time of receiving all good things. All good things is about to unfold for you. Accept all the challenges that lie ahead, for you have the capacity to achieve great victories in your life. If you are brave enough to stand your ground. And I think that's why they're talking about it now, is because you have stood your ground. I think this is more or less something that they want you to be aware of and understand and come to terms with. I usually find the weekend a time to, it's an energy of regrouping, of understanding, but I also think that they're bringing it to you right now because we have the energy of the spring equinox happening right now. And this is like the true beginning of the year, right? And so I think that that's the reason why there's something about the power of that in this weekend and tapping into it and connecting with it. And they want to bring this message because it feels as if it's something that's meant to transpire, but it's like that conversation before the event. So, all right, I hope this finds whoever it's meant for. I hope you have a fantastic, wonderful day, and I will see you at the next read.